Hello student, welcome to next lecture for algebra. In last lecture, we have discussed equivalence classes of the elements of a set X over which the relation R is an equivalence relation. What is meant by equivalence relation? If R is relation on set X, then R is equivalence relation if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. What is meant by reflexive? Every element of the set X is related to itself. Second, symmetric means if X and Y elements are related in set X, then Y and X are also related. Means if X are X for all X belongs to set X, where X is a given set and we are defining relation R on this set. If X are X for all X belongs to X, this means R is reflexive. If X are Y, then Y are X for all X, Y belongs to set. If for all X, Y belongs to X, X are Y implies Y are X. Then R is symmetric relation. And if X are Y and Y are Z, this implies X are Z. Then for all X, Y, Z belongs to X, then R is called as transitive relation. If R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then R will be equivalence relation. After that, we have defined equivalence class of an element. If element X belongs to set X, then equivalence class of X is denoted by either square bracket of X or X bar. This is the set of all elements of the set X where X is related to 1. This is what the equivalence class. Now we see example. N is fixed natural number. X, Y belongs to Z. Define a relation on Z by X is related to Y if and only if X minus Y is integral multiple of N. N is natural number. X is related to Y if and only if X minus Y is integral multiple of N. Then we have to show it is an equivalence relation. Also, we have to find the equivalence classes of elements of Z. First, we will show this relation is equivalence relation. If X is an integer, then X minus X equal to 0. This is true for all X belongs to Z. This 0 is the integral multiple of N. This 0 is written as 0 into N. Hence, X minus X is equal to 0 into N for all X belongs to Z. Okay. This means X is related to X. See, if X and Y belongs to Z, X is related to Y if and only if X minus Y is integral multiple of N. Here X belongs to Z and X minus X is integral multiple of N. Therefore, X is related to X. And it is true for all X belongs to Z. Therefore, R is reflexive relation. Therefore, given relation is reflexive. Next we see whether it is symmetric. Let X and Y are two integers and X is related to Y. If X is related to Y, then X minus Y is integral multiple of n. What is this? Means x minus y is equal to k into n, where k belongs to z. X is related to y, means x minus y is integral multiple of n. Hence, x minus y is some integer into n. K belongs to z. For k belongs to z, we write this difference. This means minus x minus y is equal to minus k into n. If we multiply this equation by minus 1, then we get y minus x is equal to minus k into n. As k belongs to z, minus k also belongs to z, where minus k belongs to z. See the definition of given relation. X is related to y if and only x minus y is integral multiple of n. Here we are writing y minus x as integral multiple of n, where that integer is minus k. Therefore, y minus x is an integral multiple of n, where that multiple is minus k. Hence, y is related to x. Therefore, if x is related to y, then we have y is related to x. Implies this relation is symmetric relation. Now we see, is it transitive? Let x is related to y and y is related to z, where x, y, z belongs to set of integers. As x is related to y, this means x minus y is integral multiple of n. Also, y is related to z, means y minus z is integral multiple of n. This implies x minus y is equal to k1 into n, where k1 belongs to z. X is related to y means what? X minus y is integral multiple of n, and we have taken that integer as k1. This is equation number 1. Also, y related to z. Therefore, y minus z is equal to some k2 into n, where k2 belongs to z. Y is related to z means y minus z is integral multiple of n. Suppose that integer is k2. This is second equation. Consider x minus y plus y minus z. Consider addition of these two equations. We get from equation first and second, x minus y plus y minus z is equal to, this equation has value k1, second equation has value k2n, k1n plus k2n. This means what? X minus z is equal to k1 plus k2 into n. What are k1 and k2? Here minus y and plus y are cancelled. Hence we have only x minus z. Difference of x and z is equal to k1 plus k2 into n. What are k1 and k2? k1 belongs to z, also k2 belongs to z. Hence their addition belongs to z, where k1 plus k2 belongs to z. What is the meaning of the statement then? This implies x minus z is integral multiple of n. By given definition of relation in this example, this implies x is related to z. Therefore, what we considered? We have considered x is related to y and y is related to z. For x, y, z belongs to integers. Therefore, if x is related to y and y is related to z, then x is related to z. This is true for all x, y, z belongs to set of integers. Hence, this relation is transitive. This relation is reflexive, symmetric, also transitive, hence it is equivalence relation. Therefore, this relation is an equivalence relation. On which set? On set of integers. Next we calculate the equivalence classes of elements of Z. Suppose x belongs to Z. We also have to find equivalence classes of all integers. If x belongs to Z, then what is equivalence class of x? Is equal to set of all y belongs to Z, y is related to x. This is equal to y belongs to Z, where y minus x is an integral multiple of n. This is equal to y belongs to Z, where y minus x is integral multiple of n means y minus x is equal to k into n, where k belongs to Z. Hence, the set is set of all elements y belongs to Z, where y is equal to x plus k into n, where k belongs to Z. This is equal to, this is the set of all points y that satisfies this equation, y equal to x plus k into n. Hence we get this equivalence class of integer x is equal to x plus k into n, where this is the value of y and this is the set of all such y where y equal to x plus kn, where k belongs to z. This is what the equivalence class of x. For any integer, we define this equivalence class. In particular, if we fix n value, n is equal to 5, and we define the same relation on the set of integer. Now we are fixing the value of n and we are defining the relation on z. X, y belongs to z, x is related to y if and only x minus y is integral multiple of 5. Then this relation is also equivalence relation, because just now we have proved that if k is an integer, then the relation defined by this way, x is related to y if and only if x minus y is integral multiple of n is an equivalence relation. In that case, we have also calculated equivalence class of integer. Now, if we fix the value of n is equal to 5, then we get equivalence classes which are finite in number. See, if we find equivalence class of 0, 0 is an integer, okay? We find equivalence class of 0. This is equal to, by this definition, by this result, we get equivalence class of 0 is what? Put x is equal to 0 and n is equal to 5. What we get? This is equal to set of all y belongs to z, where y is related to 0. This is equal to y belongs to z, where y minus 0 is equal to 5 into k, where k belongs to z. This is equal to set of all integers of the type 5k, where k belongs to z. Okay. Vary this integer, vary the value of k, we get this set as this is equal to, if k equal to 0, then we get 0 belongs to equivalence class of 0. If we put k is equal to 1, then we get 5. If we put k is equal to minus 1 in this set, then we get minus 5 belongs to equivalence class of 0. If we put k is equal to 2, then 10 belongs to set. If we put k equal to minus 2, then minus 10 belongs to this set. Similarly, 15, 20, 25 belongs to this set. Also, negative of these values as minus 15, minus 20 belongs to this set. This is what the equivalence class of 0. How is it is calculated? It is equal to, equivalence class of x is what? X plus kn, where k belongs to z. Here the value of n is 5, k belongs to z. Therefore, equivalence class of 0 is 5 into k, x value is 0. Therefore, equivalence class of 0 is 0 plus k into n. But n is fixed, which is 5. Hence, equivalence class of 0 is 5 into k, where k belongs to z. If we vary the value of k over the set of integers, then we get this set as these elements, which are multiples of 5. Next, we find equivalence class of 1. Equivalence class of 1 is equal to, put x is equal to 1 and n is equal to 5. This is what? For x is equal to 1, n is equal to 5. What we get? This is equal to 1 plus 5k, where k belongs to z. X value is 1 and n value is 6, which is 5. Therefore, we will get this set as, if we put k equal to 0, then what we get? For k equal to 0, this is equal to 1. For k equal to 1, k equal to 1, we get this value is 5 plus 1 is 6. For k equal to 2, we get 5 into 2, 10 plus 1 is 11. For k equal to 3, we get 5 into 3, 15 plus 1 is 16, and so on. Also for k equal to minus 1, we get minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4. For k equal to minus 2, we get minus 10 plus 1 is minus 9. For k equal to minus 3, we get minus 15 plus 1 is minus 14, and so on. This is what the equivalence class of 1. Next, the equivalence class of 2 is equal to, for x is equal to 2, n is equal to 5, we get this set as 2 plus k into 5, because n is 5, x is 2. This is 2 plus 5k, where k belongs to z. This is equal to, vary the value of k over integers. If k equal to 0, then we get element 2. Also, we know every element belongs to equivalence class of itself. The same element is present in equivalence class. For k equal to 0, we get 2. For k equal to 1, we get 5 plus 2 as 7. For k equal to 2, we get 12. For k equal to 3, we get 17, and so on. Also, for negative integers, if k equal to minus 1, then we get minus 3. K equal to minus 2 gives minus 10 plus 2, which is minus 8. For k equal to minus 3, minus 15 plus 2 is minus 13, and so on. This is the equivalence class of 2. See, all the elements of equivalence class of 0, all the elements of the set belongs to equivalence class of 0 and equivalence class of 1. Also for equivalence class of 2 are distinct, means all these classes are disjoint. Next we find equivalence class of 3. This is equal to 3 plus 5k, where k belongs to z. This is equal to, for k equal to 0, we get 3. For k equal to 1, we get 8. For k equal to 2, we get 13. For k equal to 3, we get 18. For k equal to minus 1, we get minus 2. For k equal to minus 2, we get minus 7. For k equal to minus 3, we get minus 15 plus 3 as minus 12 and so on. Equivalence class of 4 is equal to 4 plus 5k where k belongs to Z. This is equal to, for k equal to 0, the first value of this set is 4. For k equal to 1 we get 9. For k equal to 2 the value is 14. For k equal to 3 the value is 19 and so on. For k equal to minus 1 the value is minus 1 because minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1. For k equal to 2 minus 10 plus 4 is minus 6. For k equal to 3 minus 15 plus 4 is minus 11 and so on. Now next we find equivalence class of 5. This is equal to 5 plus 5k where k belongs to Z. This is equal to, if we put k equal to 0 then we get 5. For k equal to 1 the value is 10. For k equal to 2 value is 15. For k equal to minus 1 the value is 0. For k equal to minus 2 the value is minus 5. For k equal to minus 3 we get minus 10 and next value is minus 15 and so on. See the equivalence class of 0 containing the elements 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15. All these elements belongs to this set, equivalence class of 5. So if we find the equivalence class of 6, then it will coincide with the set that is equivalence class of 1. These two, we know that any two equivalence classes are either identical or disjoint. Either both are same or they contain no common elements. Here equivalence class of 0 contains all the integers that are multiples of 5 and the equivalence class of 5 containing the same integers which are multiples of 5. Therefore these two equivalence classes are same. Similarly, if we find the equivalence class of 6, we get that equivalence class as similar to equivalence class of 1. That equivalence class of 6 and equivalence class of 1, both sets are same. So if we consider n equal to 5, then over the set of integers there are only 5 equivalence classes. There are only 5 equivalence classes. First is equivalence class of 0, second is equivalence class of 1, next is equivalence class of 2, next is equivalence class of 3 and equivalence class of 4. Equivalence class of 5 and equivalence class of 0, C, equivalence class of 0 is equal to equivalence class of 5 is equal to equivalence class of 10 equal to equivalence class of 15 and so on. Similarly, equivalence class of 1 is same as equivalence class of 6 is same as equivalence class of 11 and so on. Also we have equivalence class of 2. See which element belongs to equivalence class of 2? 7, 12, 17 and so on. Hence all these elements have same equivalence classes as that of 2. 2 belongs to equivalence class of 2. Therefore equivalence class of 2 is equal to 7 belongs to equivalence class of 2. Hence this equivalence class is same as 7. This is also same as equivalence class of 12. This is equal to equivalence class of 17 and so on. Also we compare these equivalence classes with equivalence class of negative integers. Equivalence class of minus 3. You can also try this exercise. Find the equivalence class of minus 3, equivalence class of minus 8. All that are coincides with the equivalence class of 2. Okay. We have Z is the union of equivalence classes which are 5 in number. Z is the union of sets equivalence class of 0, equivalence class of 1, equivalence class of 2, equivalence class of 3, union equivalence class of 4. These are only 5 equivalence classes where union of all these equivalence classes gives the original set Z. This is for n is equal to 5. If we fix the value of n as 6, then we get Z is the union of 6 equivalence classes that are starting from 0 to 5. Okay. See, in equivalence class of 0, those integers are present which are divisible by 5. If we divide any integer by 5, and remainder is equal to 0, then that all integers belongs to equivalence class of 0. This equivalence class of 0 contains all the integers for which if we divide that integers by 5, then remainder is equal to 0. Similarly, this equivalence class of 1 contains all those integers. If we divide all that integers by 5, the remainder is 1. If we divide integer 6 by 5, quotient is 1, remainder is 1. Okay, hence consider all those integers. If we divide that integers by 5, where the remainder is 1, that integers belongs to equivalence class of 1. Similarly, this set equivalence class of 2 contains all the integers, where if we divide that integers by this n5, then we get remainder is equal to 2. Hence, we are getting 5 equivalence classes, because if any integer is divided by 5, there are at most 5 possible remainders, that are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If we divide any integer by 5, then the possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4. We can divide the integers, set of integers, in 4 subsets, whose union gives the original set Z. The first subset contains all the integers, where that integers, if that integers are divided by 5, then remainder is 0. The second set contains all those integers. If we divide that integers by 5, then remainder is 1. Third set contains all the integers. If we divide that integer by 5, then remainder is 2. Similarly, this last set contains set of all integers. If we divide that integers by 5, then remainder is 4. In this way, we have partitioned Z in 5 subsets, 5 proper subsets. The property of these subsets is that they are disjoint. We have partitioned Z into 5 disjoint subsets, disjoint sets, where union of all that sets is equal to Z. In next lecture, we will study the partition of set. Okay, thank you, student.